Welcome to The Explainer. It has been such a wild week for tech news that we're doing something special, a full-on news-style briefing. We've got everything: surprise hardware, huge AI chess moves, and a genuine mystery that had the whole tech world talking. So let's get right into the headlines.
First up, Apple just dropped a hardware update completely out of the blue, giving its super high-end headphones a much-needed new brain.
Then you've got Google. They are making a serious play to get their Gemini AI onto your Mac desktop, and it looks like they have a secret weapon up their sleeve.
And finally, a crazy powerful new AI model just popped up online, sparking this whole whodunit that ended with a reveal that nobody saw coming.
Okay, let's break down this absolutely frantic week. We're going to start with how AI is weaving itself into everything. Then, we'll look at the big picture, the strategic moves from companies like OpenAI. After that, we'll dive into some new hardware, solve that mystery AI story, and finally, take a peek at what's coming next.
So, let's get into it. AI isn't just a separate app anymore, right? It's becoming this invisible layer over our personal data, our desktops. The goal for these companies is to be everywhere you are. And believe me, the race is on.
And that race starts with the most personal stuff we have, our health. Perplexity just rolled out Perplexity Health, and it plugs right into your Apple Health data, your lab results, all of it. Now look at this, because this is the key difference. ChatGPT can give you general health advice, sure, but Perplexity is promising answers based on your specific data. And maybe the most important part, they're saying that data is encrypted and it is not used for training. That's a huge deal when you're trying to win people's trust.
Now, moving from our personal data to the world all around us, Google is really trying to change what search even means with its new Search Live feature. This is not about typing keywords into a box. This is about using your phone's camera as a pair of eyes for an AI, letting you literally ask questions about what you're seeing in real time.
So how does it actually work? Well, it's actually brilliantly simple. You just point your camera at something, ask a question, you can say it out loud or type it, and boom, you get an AI-generated answer right there on your screen. I mean, think about it. You're trying to figure out what kind of plant that is, or translate a menu. It just takes all the guesswork out of it. It's like having a conversation with the world.
But you know, this battle isn't just on your phone, it's for your computer. Google's finally playing catch-up with OpenAI and Anthropic by testing a Gemini app for the Mac. But here's the real story. Buried in the code are hints of a feature they're calling desktop intelligence. And this will let Gemini see what's on your screen and use that context to help you out. We're talking about a massive step toward a truly smart AI assistant on your desktop.
Now, all these individual features, they're not happening in a vacuum. They're all part of a much bigger strategy shift that's happening right now. The big tech companies are moving toward consolidation. So instead of a dozen different apps, they're pouring all their energy into creating these single, all-in-one super apps.
And it looks like OpenAI is leading the charge on this one. The word is they're building one single desktop app that's going to combine a web browser, their famous ChatGPT, and their Codex tool, which is an AI that helps programmers write code. This is a huge, huge shift from having a bunch of different products.
And if you're wondering why they're doing this, well, this quote from their Chief Applications Officer, Fiji Simo, says it all. She basically admitted that having too many different things was slowing them down and hurting the quality. So what this is really about is focus. They want to build one incredibly good tool that does it all. And for us users, yeah, that could be a way better experience. But it also makes you wonder about competition when one app is trying to do everything.
Okay, let's switch gears. From software strategy, let's talk about the physical tech, the stuff you can actually hold. We got a pretty big surprise this week and a much clearer idea of what's coming down the pipeline.
So, totally out of nowhere, Apple announced the AirPods Max 2. The single biggest change here is that they're finally upgrading the chip inside, from the old H1 to the new H2 chip. And just that one change unlocks all these modern features they were missing. You can see it right here. We're talking way better noise cancellation, adaptive audio, conversation awareness, even live translation. And here's the kicker, the price is staying exactly the same, $549.
Now, looking a bit further into the future, the rumor mill about Apple's first ever foldable phone is just spinning like crazy. These new reports are suggesting a pretty interesting launch schedule. So we'll probably get the normal iPhone 18 Pro models in September of 2026, but the iPhone Fold, the one everyone's waiting for, might not show up until December. And that kind of makes sense, right? It would give Apple's craziest new phone its own big moment in the spotlight.
All right, now for my favorite story of the week. This was a genuine mystery that played out in the super competitive world of AI. It was fun to watch.
So here's what happened.
This new, incredibly good AI model just appears on a platform called OpenRouter, where developers go to test this stuff out. It was called Hunter Alpha. It was super powerful, but it was totally anonymous. Nobody had a clue who made it.
And because it was so good, the entire community, everyone jumped to the same conclusion. It had to be a secret test from the red-hot AI startup DeepSeek. It was the only thing that made sense.
Except it wasn't. In this amazing twist, the real developer was revealed to be the phone and hardware giant, Xiaomi. Yeah, nobody saw that coming. It turns out Hunter Alpha was just an early version of their new model, the MiMo-V2-Pro. And that DeepSeek connection wasn't totally random. The guy leading Xiaomi's AI team used to be a top engineer there. But what's really interesting is that this model is built for what they call agentic tasks. That means it's designed to actually do things for you. Book reservations, control your smart home. This is a huge signal that hardware companies like Xiaomi are now becoming serious players in the software game.
So after a week like that, you gotta ask, where do we go from here? Well, it's pretty clear. All eyes are now turning to the next massive event on the tech calendar, Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference.
So you're going to want to mark your calendars. The big keynote is expected on June 8th, and this is where Apple is going to show us iOS 27 and finally lay out its whole AI strategy for the next year, including all the new Apple Intelligence features.
So, as we wrap up this briefing, what are the big takeaways? Well, first, AI is getting deeper into our personal lives, from our health to our desktops. Second, big tech is focusing its efforts on these massive super apps. Third, the hardware race is not slowing down. We've got big upgrades now and cool new stuff on the way. And finally, the AI game is now officially global, with companies you'd never expect becoming software powerhouses.
It is just a wild, exciting time in technology. The lines between software, hardware, and our own data are blurring faster than you can blink. From the usual suspects like Google and Apple to these unexpected players like Xiaomi, the race is absolutely on. The only question left is, who's going to win it and define what our digital future actually looks like?
Thank you for watching. For more professional AI insights, remember to like this video and subscribe to AI Corecast.